On second down, Washington. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Slam. Good. Motion.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Left pass.
58.
This time Wilson will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Washington gets it going right. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down now. It's Washington, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Come on, fellas.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Flag 90.
56, right there, 56.
Hey, alert. Hey, alert.
From the 44, Wilson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Washington. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Run left. Get wide. Alert.
58, right on the
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
That's me. And 58 is a
18.
Go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
14.
58, the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Alert.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic.
I don't even know why this team.
Trump. 58, boys. 58. 58 is mic. Watch twist.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's get some penetration. Look good. 4 down.
Watch out. Check.
Don't get nervous.
SOS.
Hey, 0. Hey, 0.
Right there. 54 mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming.
Good job right there.
You. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
To throw again is Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Fighting through. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Washington. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
36 power.
56, Mike, 56.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike. All day, just like that.
Go.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Front left.
Shift.
Friday.
Wahoo. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Right here. Good.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
From the 24, Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards the pickup there. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Washington. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So we got man. I'll go special. One left. Bring out. Bam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Check 50. Gun.
Let's go, defense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready.
They start on the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Foot left, foot left. Bang, 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 bang.
On second down, it's Washington. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Staying on the ground with Washington. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run. It's Washington. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
What? 56. Shut down right there.
You don't want that. Pick up the ball. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
No. 40. There. Go.
That's mine. I got him.
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Check 61. Matchbox light.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This for his running back, McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
90 Wolf. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Back.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Hey, Orbit. 24 is the mic. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Let's go.
10th carry now for Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it. Switch. Check. Switch. Deuce. 14. Tighten up.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Right back to Washington. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Everyone got 4 down.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard this sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Get your swerve on. Chance.
Alert.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Get ready.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Look at me. Go.
Back to throw. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 49.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Badgley's kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Hey, wahoo!
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Tampa Bay, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right. Get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
Here we go, set. 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 Reset. We go set. No lady. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Go reset. We go set. Reset. Go set. Go lady. Reset. Go set. Go lady. Reset. We go set. We go yellow. Set. Reset. Yellow. Reset. We go set. Yellow lady. Reset. We go set. Red 80. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Red 80. Reset. We go set. Red 80. Reset. We go set. Yellow 80. Reset. We go set. Red 80. Red. Reset.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Reset. We go set. Reset. Go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. 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 We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Set. Reset. We go 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 set. We go set. Reset. Keep going, oh, keep going. Reset. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. Here we go, here we go. We go set. Reset. 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 Here we go. We go set. Reset. Here we go, here we go. Go set. Set! Reset! We go set. Reset! 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 We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, here's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Pittsburgh.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
36.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
To throw is Jackson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough. Keep the drive alive. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Back deep, Golden Tate. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Darnold. His throw incomplete. Rhett Ellison, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 25 yards that time.
We're going to set.
53, check 53. Here we go, G.
Yo, 80.
Set.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Weapon. Hey, seam 6.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Switch. Check 52.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 15. Check 80. Mike, 50.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. And it's caught. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
He's Carlin, 64, weak.
Slam.
Ready.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On second down, Love. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Jackson now. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Trying to lay one up deep. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Woods, the intended receiver.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And a cutback right sideline. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, Jude.
Check 53, Mike. Danny. Check that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Love. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the... That's caught by Woods for a Chiefs touchdown. Robert... Woods. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Fancy footwork in midfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Darnold on 3rd down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run. It's Johnson. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come up in an offset eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half, and the Colts have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Let's go, fellas.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
We're going to sign. 53 is the mark. All day, dog. Watch the safety creep. Young lady.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Hey, Haywood.
53 is the mark. 53, check 53. Hey. Play it.
Here's Darnold. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Check, Mike 42. Get that.
On first down, it's Love. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson on first down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down back at the 25. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 5 yards on the run there, still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Play action. It's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Woods for a Chiefs touchdown. Robert Woods. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. Got some room at the 30. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ty Johnson, 84 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike, 53.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken around the 12. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 33. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Rabbit.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
53, Mike. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll toss it to Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Buddy up. Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. No.
On first down, Love. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
3
And some room to work. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 24. So a huge gain on the ground here puts him into a wonderful spot. And remember, of course, a touchdown wins it.
And we're in overtime, right? So you have to think defense has been out there for 4 quarters. Might be a little bit tired. The attrition of the game may have led to that long run.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And an alley to run. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Indianapolis, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 Indy.
We want this.
Switch. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Deuce. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Check three. Recon, 132 fighter. Rush in. Watch twitch. Let happen.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Ito Smith, his first carry. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
On the ready.
56 is the mic.
Let's go. Yep. Let's go.
They start the drive with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now. Hey, Delta.
Check. Crunch.
Leo.
Kill.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Set, ready? 60 or.
56.
Gone.
Not yet. Check 31.
Two.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Sam on.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Bravo.
36.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
60 outlaw. General West. Hey, orbit.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Off the play fake. Eason looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hey, wahoo! Rock it.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
You're out. Check 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Check 52. Check 50. Check 50.
Squeeze, get in there. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Right there, 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Hey, team 6.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Cook. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 3rd down, Cook. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hard. Hey, foxtrot. Hey. Protein spill.
56.
He'll try and throw for it here. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Scarborough. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Make you Gator.
Right there, 56. All day.
61. Matchbox lights. Look. Squeeze. Hey, zoom.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. Down to the 25.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
That'll be complete to Cook. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
56 to Mike. 56.
Look at me. Zipper.
I got you, boy. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Yeah. Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Hit it.
On 4th down, Eason, he's going to let it go deep. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Let's go, fellas.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
50, Mike 50.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than... And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
31's the mic.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to Smith. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Orbit.
58, boy. 58. 58.
Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
High 7. Fair. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey, look at me. Go.
Check it back.
Tyler, 64. Weak. Leo. Go. Get.
From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Yep. You got me. 6-6. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
56, right there, 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And he comes back with one complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the gun, Eason. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
X3, 218, chop it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Hoping for a 4th down stop. Instead, they flinch and move the chains.
Flinch, jump, not watching the ball. All the sins that you're not supposed to commit, they come into play there.
Hey, Sam on.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Look at me, zipper.
Motion.
Bravo.
56. Check 56. It's our time. It's our time.
Sit.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Go out. Hey, Orvin. Go.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
On 4th down, Eason. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over.
Check three.
Big Ed.
Kill. Let's go.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No. Cheetah. Ready. Run to the ball.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Rush in. You're out. Watch the twist.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Intercepted. Come on, guys. We got this.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go! On the ball. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Eason. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
Check four. Sponge. No.
Protein spill.
Check. Crunch.
Hey!
Check 31.
Shoot.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. The corner, Perry Nickerson, has a tackle. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Matchbox lights.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, wahoo!
56.
Yep.
Mike's 56.
Now.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
80 weapon.
Defense, let's go.
Hey, exit.
10.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. 3 buzz.
Check 43.
Check nickel.
Hey, team 6. Go.
What do you want?
Yes.
56. Here we go.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check.
Now.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook fighting him off. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56. Much.
Hey.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Look at me. Zipper.
56. Check 56.
Topper.
Coming out to you.
Hey.
This is Scarborough. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hey, dude.
56.
Go.
56. Right there. 56.
Yo, go.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
6-6, bullet high.
Wrong football.
Check.
Shift.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey.
Ringo.
Cleat Rivers.
They try again with Scarborough. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, Charlie. Yep. Now.
Spotting 56. Switch up.
Hey. High 7.
56 is the mic.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
5.
On 4th down, Eason. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Rock it. Go. Get it.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Hey, Haywood.
56.
Yeah.
From the gun, Eason. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, echo. Hey.
56 is the mic.
I got it.
Mike's 56.
Smooth.
56. Here we go.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Eason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And Oliver in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Look at me. Zipper.
56 the mic, boys. 56.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Eason. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
I'm letting you know, right? Squeeze, get in there. Check 15. Ready.
Room here to run.
Check.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
All game, baby. Let's go.
Ready? Hey, Delta.
Here we go.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Man, I got you.
Mike 56.
Go.
Mike 56.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it to Matthews, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Bravo. Go. Shoot.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, lock it.
Slam.
Out. Check 9. Shift.
Now.
On 4th down, Eason now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ito Smith, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, fellas.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On 3rd down, it's Cook, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Eason, and he finds Howard complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry. Ready, go.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. 7. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score.